Hello, everyone. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios, and good morning. It is Monday. What is it, February 2nd already? Happy February. Happy Monday. Uh, Beginning of a new month. And just to recap, it was my original intention to do a video a day. Well, if you watch my last creating art video, I have to refocus my energies and catch up on client work. This right in front of me is a book called End of Days, which will be published by Atomic Ink Comics with an X. And Barry McLean is the penciler, otherwise known as Stay Broke. And I'm inking this. Let me show you the rest of that. Yeah, I changed my webcam right up there a little bit, so it's a little higher up. Let's see. A little more of what I'm up to. And in just a minute, sorry for the flash of light. Yeah, in just a minute, I'll do a little inking on this. This is page 2. I was hoping to get some work done over the weekend, and lots of things with life came up, as well as some major sleeping to catch up on. I don't know. My body just closed down on me. It was a heck of a busy week last week, but because I'm going to be not as worried about my own stuff for a little bit, so hopefully I won't be overdoing much. This video today will be short, but I wanted to talk about focus. And okay, so for those that don't already know, I've been joining Jeff Lafferty's what he calls working Hangouts. They're part of his major playlists, which is his artcasts, and lately he's been doing them live. So that's essentially what I'm doing now, although I didn't really promote it. I figured since it's going to be so short, it's looking for an audience to join me while I do it. I did want to do one over the weekend, but just too many things going on in life that I had to really just deal with. So I should put paper on the knee, but I'm not going to worry about that. So as soon as I get an opportunity, maybe get a couple more of these pages under my belt, I want to do a much bigger hangout and make it a live event and promote. Right now, I got this, and I got the comic cover I'm working on to to do, as well as a ton of running around. We got some money coming in tonight, so that means it's the beginning of the month. There'll be a day of paying bills, going food shopping, getting stuff for the house and the cats. And I want to focus more on talking about art in these videos, but I will mention there's a responsibility that let me get a sheet of paper. That I will be getting rid of some of my cats, unfortunately, because we don't own our own house. They expect us to pay a fee for each cat we have, as well as document them. It's a whole thing. It's the community I live in. I would say at least a third have pets. Some dogs, some have cats. There's definitely a lot of stray cats in the immediate neighborhood. And as I mentioned, me and Lisa took the ones we have in to give them a home bedded and loved, but we don't own our own home, and we don't have a ton of space when it comes down to it. So we're considering at this point maybe finding new homes for a couple of them. I don't know. We're both torn about it, but reality is if we keep them, we'd have to document 4 cats and pay the charge on each of them, and that would be over $1,100 to keep all 4. And if you've been following along, we have bills to catch up as it is, and it's just there's no way. I'm not gonna do a call out to all my friends and try to drum up the money. We got more important things to take care of. We got to cover our rent, cover car insurance, have enough food for the house for us, and start catching up on bills and just a bunch of things. So yeah, I think we got one possibility for one of the cats. Each of our cats is very unique, and they're quite peculiar individuals that require a certain home life. So don't know. So it's kind of depressing. I laugh out of frustration. I don't know. So yeah, how this episode focused, and I'm all, but as soon as I'm done here, I'm sure I'll be waiting on a link from Jeff to join his show. We have a guest today who will be interviewing, who is a successful comic guy and convention guy. I didn't look him up. I forget his name off the top of my head, but it should be really fun and interesting. Let's see what we learn. But you could expect me to do this more often. I talked with Jay Ferguson just last, and I'm going to be doing something I did with Marshall Couture a long while ago, which I always plan to do more with, and so essentially I'm bringing it back. But it's kind of, the idea of it is a lot more focused in my head, and it's called Independent Crossroads. It's kind of a branch of my podcast that I haven't done in a long time, which I'll also bring back. But Independent Crossroads will be me hanging out with one other YouTuber, and it'll be part working hangout, it'll be part interview, and it'll be artists, one-on-one artists talking to each other, which is like the podcast pretty much, but it'll be a video version, so it'll be us possibly working and talking, chatting. So really look forward to that, and that will be I'll be able to do what I'm doing in the creating art, which is get work done, also the hangouts and whatnot, but also introduce people that maybe my subscribers don't know their work, and turn you on to some other channels. Essentially, what my objective was with my podcast, of turning you on to independent comic book creators, and other sorts. It will definitely not be exclusively comic book creators as well. Jay Ferguson is an airbrush artist who does phenomenal work, and he's kind of still new to YouTube. Shocked that his channel hasn't blown up, although he's been doing better and better. But I'll be, more than ecstatic to get to introduce him to people. Let me see. Okay, I'm clicking around. I just want to check something really quick. And hopefully it doesn't take me further. All right. This may or may not work. time is it? Okay. Oh, one of my cats are trying to get in. That's not good. All right. It's taking a little while to load. Yeah, that says okay. So I'm streaming. It says one viewer. I'm not sure who it is, but hello. Yeah. So independent crossroads. That's what that's going to be about. That would be really fun, and we'll see how that goes. I'll be doing more artcasters hangouts and studio synergies, where potentially it's a much bigger group. Idea goes behind that, which is a bunch of artists working and talking about art and even pop culture, business of art, and so forth. So yeah, even though I had a crazy weekend, I'm gonna get back into full gear this week. So I'll be joining Jeff and Mike for as many of the working hangouts as possible. I'll also be doing as many of these as I possibly can, which is the creating art videos. Coming up once I'm more on top of client work, I'll post the part 3 of the Storm Commission piece, which I mentioned I started. So I got to finish that up. That's even as soon as possible. This work is priority. I kind of feel a little rusty as far as being an anchor for somebody else. Since I've been trying to tackle doing my own work, my own pencils and inks, I found with the first page I flashed over here before that it's good. I don't have any problems with it per se, but I know the perfectionist returns in me. I know I can nail various pencils much better. We're going to be doing a lot of things together, and there'll be opportunity plenty of opportunity to improve my skills over his work. I always used to say, and this is pretty much still remains to be the case, that it takes me working on a penciler, like at least in the issue, to perfect like what I want to do over them. There's line work. That Barry does is different than other pencils I work with. Similar in some ways, but it gets down to every little detail. So it's only something I adapt to over time. And one of the things I got, I know I mentioned before, I got some ink cartridges for my repeatographs. Been having problems. I used 3 different sizes. The one I use most frequently, which is the middle size, has been giving me some problems. So I'm going to have to take it apart and really clean it out, because yeah, I use it. I use it the most, and it's got to work. I got to get it functioning again. Because I can do a lot of linear line work with it. I won't have to go in with brush or quill. Yeah, but I like ink the lines and go back over things over and over, tweaking line weights, and take a step back and look at what I like and what things working, what I think the line work be cleaned up. Like some of this stuff, I'll go on with quill, because it really needs that sort of thin line work to look properly. Sometimes I go in, Barry's kind of a heavy penciler. You could see like everything's like smudging. So he's using a soft pencil, which is fine. I don't mind that, but I know to keep in mind, like some pencils use a harder lead, which doesn't smudge as easily. One of my steps as far as inking his work is going to be, making sure I got most of the lines inked, then going with an eraser and give it a soft erase, and I'll be able to see the lines much better without the smudging around. Yeah, so I'm really fussing with the lines right now. Also, it's going to help. Like, I sent a digital file to J Primus, he goes by, which is the colorist on this project. It's going to help me a lot to see what he does as far as over our techniques as a team, me and Barry, to see what the colorist does or doesn't do. I might have to shift a sort of ideology of how I do things based on how he's coloring certain things. So it's really be honest, and there's going to be a consistency built up over time to what we're doing. All right, probably won't go much longer. I know I haven't inked a lot on this, but hey, like I said, I want to do longer ones. And, a lot of the detail on his face in particular, I'll go in with quill. And I don't want to switch right now. I sort of want to keep it to me just working on 1 pound. Anyway, let's see. Let's make that a little thicker. Oh, I did want to mention anybody following the people that are doing 100 Days of Making Comics. There's a new person in the fold. It's Jeff Mulcahy. I'm getting it wrong. Jeff and Taylor on YouTube. I'll post a link into the description box below. But he's been doing Jeff and Taylor for years, and he decided to do volume 3. I mean, volume 3. Volume 11. As part of the 100 Days of Making Comics. And he's choosing the route of doing a weekly update. So he'll be doing videos for it, but they won't be daily videos. But he'll be putting in his 30 minutes. And his goal is to do 60 pages, which is insane, in 100 days. He's got a cartoony sort of anime style. So if you're interested, I'll post a link to that. But yeah, I'm going to be really focused on End of Days this week and working on that cover. That I'll be doing pencils, inks, colors, and the logo. Hoping that all that comes out good. And I'm going to try to stay focused. I'll be joining Jeff as many times this week as possible. I'll be doing more of these creating art live streaming hangouts coming up, and I'll make the later ones more interactive. I'll post it on Twitter and Facebook and all that. So for now, this is the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. I appreciate the new subscribers I've gotten just in the last week. I got a couple more. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. That is all.